You were only 23 when you made that, Giant? That's amazing because you played a role where you aged to a woman 50.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize you were that young. You did everything so young.
I was married a virgin.
You were?
Yep.
Elizabeth Taylor led a life filled with beauty, glamour, and love, remembered both for her legendary Hollywood career and her tumultuous personal relationships. While her career left an indelible mark, her legacy also endures through her children and grandchildren, who have inherited her grace, elegance, and dedication to charity. Before we delve into how her grandchildren are upholding her legacy, let's look back at the romantic milestones that shaped Taylor's extraordinary life. Romantic escapades, from early love to heartbreaking loss. Elizabeth Taylor's early relationships foreshadowed the whirlwind romance that would later define her life. In 1948, she briefly got engaged to Glenn Davis, a football star, though it lasted only 4 months. Not long after, she became engaged to William Pauley Jr., a former military pilot and heir to a large fortune. Despite the short engagement, Taylor's yearning for love and marriage was clear from the beginning. At one point, Taylor also caught the attention of billionaire Howard Hughes, who allegedly offered her parents a large sum of money for her hand in marriage, an offer Taylor turned down. Reflecting on this phase of her life, Taylor later admitted that her understanding of love at that time was tied to marriage as an escape from the sheltered Hollywood world she knew. Conrad Hilton Jr., the first of many. At just 18, Taylor married Conrad Hilton Jr., the heir to the Hilton Hotel fortune, in what was hailed as the biggest wedding of 1950. The star-studded event, with over 600 guests, was highly publicized. However, the honeymoon phase quickly ended as Hilton's abusive behavior led to the marriage's collapse within a year. Taylor would later describe the marriage as short-lived, marked by her realization of Hilton's violent tendencies and the disappointment that followed. Michael Wilding and Mike Todd, love and loss. A year after her first divorce, Taylor wed actor Michael Wilding, and they welcomed 2 sons. Their relationship was built on mutual affection and respect, but the 20-year age difference and Taylor's rising career contributed to their eventual divorce 5 years later. Soon after, Taylor found true happiness with film producer Mike Todd. Their marriage, full of lavish gestures and deep emotional bonds, brought Taylor her only daughter, Liza. She considered Todd the love of her life, but tragedy struck when Todd died in a plane crash just a year after their wedding, leaving Taylor devastated and heartbroken. Eddie Fisher and Richard Burton, a legendary affair. After Todd's tragic death, Taylor entered a relationship with singer Eddie Fisher, who famously left his wife, Debbie Reynolds, for her. Their relationship, which caused quite a scandal, ended when Taylor met Richard Burton, a man who would become the greatest love of her life. Taylor and Burton's romance became legendary, spanning 2 marriages and numerous passionate yet turbulent years. Their relationship began on the set of Cleopatra, capturing the public's imagination for its intensity. They divorced in 1974, remarried in 1975, but finally ended things for good in 1976. Even after their separation, Taylor's love for Burton endured, and after his death, she received a final letter from him, expressing his longing to reunite. Taylor's legacy through her grandchildren. While her love life was filled with drama, Elizabeth Taylor's most enduring legacy lives on through her family. Her 10 grandchildren have gone on to honor her memory, not only by excelling in their personal and professional lives, but also by continuing her humanitarian efforts, particularly her work for AIDS awareness. Layla Wilding, upholding Taylor's legacy. Born in 1971, Layla Wilding is the eldest granddaughter of Elizabeth Taylor and the daughter of Michael Wilding Jr. As a graphic designer and yoga instructor, Layla cherishes memories of her grandmother. She recalls Taylor as down-to-earth and creative, a loving figure who never played favorites among her grandchildren. Layla actively supports the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation, continuing her grandmother's fight against HIV/AIDS. She has often spoken about how Taylor used her celebrity platform to confront the stigma associated with the disease, turning the red ribbon into a powerful symbol of solidarity and support. Naomi, a champion for AIDS advocacy. Naomi, Layla's younger sister, also shares her grandmother's passion for activism. As co-director of the Wilding Cran Gallery in Los Angeles, she is deeply immersed in the arts while serving as an ambassador for the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation. Her bond with Taylor strengthened when she moved in with her during a challenging time in her life. Naomi recalls the standing ovation her grandmother received at a Freddie Mercury tribute concert for her AIDS activism, a moment that fueled her own commitment to charitable causes. Taylor's influence inspired Naomi to devote herself to continuing this important work. Elizabeth Carson, compassionate advocacy for children. Elizabeth Carson, the daughter of Taylor's second son, Christopher Wilding, shares vivid memories of her grandmother. From helping her prepare for school dances to accompanying her on international trips, Carson formed a close bond with Taylor, whom she admired for her generosity. Currently, Elizabeth works in child protection and advocates for children's rights, drawing inspiration from Taylor's philanthropic legacy. She also serves as an ambassador for the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation, furthering her grandmother's mission to combat the disease. Andrew and Tarquin Wilding, filmmaking and advocacy. Christopher Wilding's son, Andrew, has built a successful career as a cinematographer and producer. His work in the film industry, coupled with his advocacy for AIDS research, showcases how Taylor's family legacy goes beyond just Hollywood stardom. Tarquin Wilding, Andrew's cousin and son of Michael Wilding Jr., shares his grandmother's love for both filmmaking and philanthropy. Though he has acted in a few productions, his true focus lies in championing social causes, particularly the work of the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation. Rhys Tivy, music and environmentalism. Rhys Tivy, the son of Taylor's daughter Liza Todd, is a jazz musician who continues his grandmother's legacy through his creative work and commitment to sustainability. Passionate about music and environmental issues, Rhys also supports AIDS awareness, keeping alive Taylor's dedication to humanitarian causes. A lasting legacy of love and activism. Elizabeth Taylor's grandchildren are living proof that her legacy extends far beyond her Hollywood fame. From Layla and Naomi Wilding's AIDS activism to Elizabeth Carson's work in child protection, each descendant reflects Taylor's spirit of generosity and dedication to social causes. They carry the star's legacy forward, ensuring her memory continues to inspire. Taylor's beauty, talent, and philanthropy shine through her family. Her grandchildren not only inherited her grace and charm, but they also embrace her lifelong commitment to making the world a better place, a commitment that Taylor held dear until her final days. What are your thoughts on Elizabeth Taylor's remarkable life and the legacy her grandchildren are carrying on? We'd love to hear from you. Share your opinions about her love stories, her humanitarian efforts, or how her family continues to honor her memory. Drop your comments below, and let's keep the conversation going.